Riding with Red Dead's most disciplined clan. Is it a group of Red Dead LARPers?
To consolidate the idea of a tough, organized gang of brothers and sisters with a video game. A gang that doesn't aim for territory or reputation or pride, but for something more. This is something different. On the 15th of April 2020, a man I'd never met before, Artorius, contacted me with an offer. An inside look at Red Dead Redemption's toughest clan, the Reaper Lords. What do you think when you hear that name?
You want me to be honest? I think they're 12 years old. The Reaper Lords, Red Dead's most toughest gang. Although, you know what? It's funny. So when you hear about someone taking something too seriously in a game, you're always like, oh, that's a kid. Wouldn't it be worse if they were all 30 and they were LARPing in you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's actually the best possible outcome that they're all 14.
Oh, these guys were no startup. IGN had been allowed a brief overview a year ago, but Artorius was offering me access like no one had for 7 years. Sounded like an opportunity.
What is he talking about? First of all, the beginning of it sounded like he's going undercover with the fucking Hell's Angels or something. It's not like the biggest scoop of the century. It's not hard. I'm sure you could legitimately undercover join the Reaper Lords in like fucking a week.
I had my doubts, but the numbers speak for themselves. For every 100 applicants, only one will make it through. In June, Artorius got me into a brown jacket meeting.
Over under that every single person in the Reaper Lords was in a certain location on January 6th. What are the odds? What do you think? Because I'm sensing a vibe that I could probably guess where some of these Reaper Lords were.
The group's dedication is exemplified that way. In the attendance, of course, but more so in the guards. These guys you see stood here, they're not idle. They don't listen to music or watch Netflix on their phones. They look at their screens and go.
No! They're LARPing as NPCs! No shot! No shot! You are spending your fucking Saturday being a pretend NPC!
We have guards posted. We apply that dedication to everything we do. As an example, we recently had a applicant that is no longer with us. He admitted that he was playing Animal Crossing on a device while
Bro! Dude opened up to the guys he's been LARPing 40 hours a week with and just said, hey, I've been trying a different game, and they fucking booted him?
Was meant to be on guard duty. He is no longer with us.
That's so fucked.
The Lords receive over 1,000 applications a year. They're harshly cut down to the best and then handed over to the enforcers. The final step is the brown jacket. Participation, dedication, and understanding are drilled in over an average of 3 months. Anyone can be ejected at any time by any Lord for any reason.
See, gamer, step out. The last time we were alone like this, you were in a white shirt. What have you done so far in a black shirt that's proven to all of us that you still want to be here and you're working hard as a prospect? What hangarounds have you helped out? Have you messaged Andy at all during his time here, asking how you can help him out?
Not at all. I didn't.
You've not helped out your hangarounds as a prospect. How are you telling me?
This is psychotic, dude! What the fuck? This is so much weirder than I thought.
I helped noob once, and the others no.
You've helped noob once. It's not good enough.
Oh no, dude. Oh no, dude. Oh no. Oh no. Dude, I feel bad for this person's kid. You know he's got a crying baby in the other room while he's fucking all in on his fucking LARP cowboy life.
Sneakers, step out of line. Why do you want to be a Reaper Lord?
Because I think it's one of the most awesome things that I've ever seen and done in gaming. I think that is part of being something online and offline. I think the men and women that represent this club in the game and outside of this game are just amazing individuals. And I want to be a part of that.
I'll be honest, I'm just looking around. I don't know. I'm not seeing a lot of women.
Step back in line. Micah, get out of line immediately.
Jesus Christ.
Why haven't you quit yet?
Wouldn't dream of it.
I'm not going to tuck you in at night. Why haven't you quit yet?
This might be one of the fucking quietest life. I'm losing it. The power tripping's out of control. This is a video game clan in Red Dead. At least they're doing this instead of being cops. I guess, I guess that's true. I think half these guys are cops doing this as a night thing instead of doing paperwork.
Just for British guilt.
I've been here since April 17th.
Oh, if I had to be interrogated by a man named Lord Crazy Gill, and I had to call him Lord Crazy Gill, I would rethink what's going on.
The Reaper Lords adopt a highly disciplined, rigorously organized ranked structure, very much akin to that of the military. And in consideration of that, it's little surprise that so many of the Lords have served in the armed forces, or continue to do so.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. Some people do just seem to enjoy being yelled at. Because I grew up on military bases. Some people like it. Some people like strict ranks, knowing who can tell them what to do, who they can tell what to do. I've always had a deep distrust of that in general, just like as a personal trait. I always found it weird and off-putting, but maybe it's just me because I grew up with it, so you always rebel what your parents are doing.
When I went through basic training, I met a group of people I went through that with. It wasn't just me on my own. Of course, it was individual, and I was proving myself that I am capable of joining the military, but I was alongside 17 other people. You form bonds, close friendships, some of which, the best man at my wedding was...
I'll never knock this. I'm not going to make fun of this. Again, like I've said, there is a fucking recession in male friendships right now, and it's hard, and if people found a way to make friends... I think this structure is so strange. I think it's comical. I'm still going to make fun of it for sure, but I can see it's probably a response to a need, and I just wish there was a better way. This is so odd. Hey, every man, when you reach a certain age, if you don't have exactly 6 close friends, you have 2 options. You join Hustlers University or you join the Reaper Lords. Make up your fucking mind, all right? That's that's the duality of man. All of their gameplay seems so boring. Like crazy. I thought they would be like raiding other clans and fighting, and like 90% of what I'm seeing is them talking and then doing slow walks around cities.
Thanks to international membership, if one combatant needs to sleep, another can swap in
they
from
do
a
fight.
different
Okay,
time zone.
wait, I'm getting
Thanks to
interested.
their personal... It may seem ironic that in a game of Outlaws, a hierarchy administrated by what has been described as a miniature government would be the organization it made a home for. But is it ironic? Discipline and
It's a
freedom are
Discord
not mutually
server.
exclusive.
This is definitely gonna happen more and more, though. I wonder if it's gonna be cool. I wonder if it, I keep thinking about the VR-based world we're going to live in where games are more and more realistic and you can get more and more immersed in them. I wonder if it's going to be cool. I feel like anyone who's played online multiplayer for more than 10 years has taken a clan seriously at least once. You're actually so right. I remember there was a game called The Specialists. It was like a wall-running FPS game, whatever. It had like, you could do like bullet time and everything. And I remember I was in a clan called 7 Deadly. Where it was 7 people and everyone was named after a different sin. What sin was I? I was Pride, which is one of the good ones. Pride, Wrath. There was like 3 good ones and nobody wanted to be Sloth and nobody wanted to be Gluttony. Wrath was the leader. Wrath was like the wicked. He was probably fucking 14 and I was 12, but I was like, he was the coolest. And then all we would do is like, because the map was like an RP server with like a city. We would just jump around and do backflips from rooftop to rooftop. That's all I remember doing is practicing my backflips to get it so I could go from rooftop to rooftop in the game and like jump without falling. Like it was like doing in-game parkour. And I was like, this is so fucking wicked, dude. I'm fucking part of the sickest crew of the sickest game.
Red Dead is no stranger to chaos, but the Reaper Lords can bring order in a way that is both fair and immersive. The only question that remains is why.
By the way, I do doubt it. I just want you to know that, like, I'm sure in a straight fight, you get a fucking cracked out team of 14-year-olds that would run circles around this fucking crew. They would outshoot him in a fucking, it would be over. That's every game. These guys are not the fucking elite fighting force. They're just LARPing. Absolutely, they could be beaten.
The Lords are 80 strong, Does it surprise you? 80 people in a clan, that's nothing. 80 people in this one is everything. That's 80 people out of 8,000 applications. The 80 most open to a disciplined structure. The Lords have organized international charity events. Their web designers put together a website smoother than silk, and their video producers team up with the graphic designers to promote the clan on social media.
Did they pay for this? What? It was a normal website. What do you mean smoother than silk? Why does this guy want to join the clan? Is this his application? Is he trying to join as head of PR?
They even produced their own machinima.
Screenplay by Driven. That's kind of cool.
Deadeye Productions presents.
Is this the OK Corral?
Gunfight at the OK Corral.
Yeah.
I had the chance to pull a brown jacket aside, and what I heard from him was not what I expected.
There's a lot of good that comes from it too. You know, Reaper Lords have something called collective punishment. When we mess up, when one person messes up, everyone gets punished.
That's
and
the lot of good
really
coming from it. The lot of good from it is know your place, and when you mess up, everybody gets punished.
We have so many different kinds of people. You got introverts, extroverts, we got men, women, military, civilians.
Times they met up together, having crossed continents or countries. There's other documentaries chronicling just that. What they've done is they've invented natural selection for bros.
If you have a class of people going through the army or a class of people going through anything, they end up having really
selection
tight
for
bonds. Having that
bros?
group
That's
of
not
people
what they've
that
done.
If you spend 4 hours gaming a night, why don't you incorporate meaning into your time gaming? Why don't you game with people that you actually really like?
I totally get that, right? You want to game with people you like. You want to make friends online. You want to have it to be more social. It's tough for me to bridge the gap where it's like, you're not really having fun gaming 4 hours. You're LARPing as a guard and you're like doing collective punishments and you're getting yelled at by a dude across the country. Everything that they're saying in the argument applies to like a WoW guild. And I totally understand those, right? I understand the appeal. Often, sometimes you'll have a job that's like not very fulfilling, kind of just something you do for money and you don't really enjoy it. And there's not like a lot of progression. In a game like WoW, your time in is always met with reward. That is the appeal of MMOs. You put in a lot of time and you're always given commiserate rewards for the amount of effort and time you put in. Like there's always something to grind on. It always gives you bar filling up, new item, etc. The guild thing, working together to solve goals, I get it. I think, though, if you do this, like if you're in the Reaper Lords, you have a specific fetish. Like you have a specific taste for real, deep, kind of bootlicking authority. Like you really love to be yelled at. You love to have order and you love to be able to fucking have a tier of who's in charge, who gets to tell somebody what to do. That's what makes me a little off-put about these.
We had that shared experience where we built those bonds as we crawled through the mud and fought bears with our hands together for months and weeks at a time. Really
digital mud and the digital bears.
In an online virtual environment.
Yeah. Remember when we came up together and we both had to press W to move forward through the mud? Do you remember we both had to press the X button to fight the bear? It's a bond for life.
Artorius went on to reveal a surprising truth. The average age of the Lords was 30. They hadn't a single member under the age of 18, a range that peaked at 52.
Nobody leaked this reaction. I'm going to join the Reaper Lords. I've decided I do want meaning. I do want to yell at other 30-year-olds. The problem is I don't need a third job, and I'll just get cut. I know for a fact I'll miss a fucking tryout or something and I'll get cut.
Many fear that the youngest of us know no better than the red-hot hatred and jealousy that exudes from social media sites like Twitter or Instagram or the Roblox forums. The glory days of Minecraft are over. What about them? Making us hate one another is a tried and tested business model, and as it exacts its toll, it can feel like genuine compassion were a half-forgotten dream. Some join for the sense that they're a part of something greater. Some join because they're orderly people and to serve a structure serves them just as well. But all understand that no matter what, no matter when, the Lords are strong and have their back. I left wanting to enlist myself in another lifetime.
I could tell.
For you though, their application box is open.
Yeah, I could tell you left wanting to join. Something about the way you covered it made it feel like you wanted to join. Apply now? Oh, I will. I'm going to be a fucking diehard Reaper Lord.